Gunpowder Milkshake stars Karen Gillan as a young assassin who must team up with her mother and her former sidekicks in order to save a little girl who's in trouble. All right, so, you know, I wanted to, I didn't know about this movie. I know nothing about this movie. I heard some people, some critics talking about it, and the trailer for this movie it was trending, and I did watch it, and it looked fun. It looked action packed, and then I sat down and watched the film. The movie, a lot of people are. There are some people, reviewers slash critics out there who are saying that this is a this is a female John Wick, which is funny because people said the exact same thing with Atomic Blonde, if you remember that movie with Charlize Theron. And it really, yeah, I definitely see some similarities between John Wick and Gunpowder Milkshake. With the with the action, but also the way both movies looked, like the cinematography and the way the lighting and how it's all shot. This movie looks amazing. Like, oh my god, it looks amazing. The music, the soundtrack, it's there. It really does feel like it really does help and improve the action scenes. But as a movie itself, it really does lack. And what I mean by that is like character development. I mean, I love Karen Gillan. All right, we all know her. I know her. Well, for me, I know her from Doctor Who, and of course Nebula from the MCU, and also Jumanji. I love Karen, but her role in this movie is just protecting this little girl. That's it. She's just a bodyguard. She's just a bodyguard protecting this little girl. We get the movie opens up, and don't worry, this isn't a spoiler. The movie opens up and we get a little bit of her origin, her background with her, and as a young Karen, and her mother. I forgot her. Oh, Samantha. Sam. That's her character's name. That's Karen's name. I just remembered it. I'm like, what? I'm like thinking to myself, what's her character's name? Yeah. So the movie opens up, and we get to see a young Samantha with her mom. And then that's it. And then in present day, Karen is reunited with her mom. Reunites with her mom, and brings her in and teams up with her to save this little girl. So yeah, I love Michelle Yeoh. I keep I'm really bad when it comes. If there's one thing I'm really bad at, it's names. So I love Michelle Yeoh, but I love her, and she was great. I mean, she's really there to just be she's really there for the action, like being a badass. Paul Giamatti's in here. I love Paul. I love seeing all these familiar faces and recognizable names and familiar faces, but there really isn't much to say about Paul Giamatti's character. I didn't know if he was like a villain. I feel like he became. The movie opens up, and I felt like he was a protector of Samantha, and then he later became like an antagonistic character. But anyway, enough about that. I feel like the movie really lacks in narratively, because it spends a majority of the movie, because pretty much all of the movie is just Karen protecting, first, being a badass, doing all these pretty cool and neat action scenes. She's being a badass, she's kicking ass. But, that's it. And, and meanwhile trying to save this little girl. but that's it. So I feel like that's the weakest part of so yeah, the weakest part of the movie is definitely the story, the plot, the whole thing. So yeah, I mean the movie looks great. I mean the movie like looks amazing, um, and and the action scenes were. I mean I seen the trailer, so the action looked pretty amazing and pretty fun. But yeah, that the main problem is that I have is with the plot of the film. But yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It does make me wanna. It does. This movie does make me wanna. I didn't recognize her, but the more I looked at it, I'm like, I know this person, and I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, that's Angela Bassett. Oh my God, that's Angela Bassett. I'm like, there was this one character in this one person in this movie, and I'm like, she looks familiar. I'm like, oh my God, that's Angela Bassett. I had to look up the cast list for the film, but yeah, it's like I say, it's nice seeing all these familiar faces. But anyway, if you've seen Gunpowder Milkshake, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and I will see you soon.